Hello everyone, my name is Herd85. Welcome to my new series. This will be a preview of a mod I've been making for a game called Pro Wrestling Sim. It'll be for a June update of this year, 2022. I'd like to thank Basic Thugonomics for letting me use his Compactverse database as a model for me to build upon. And also I'd like to put a shout out there to all the picture pack makers out there who create the logos, create the faces. It's your work is really good. Much appreciate the effort you put in to make these games look good. So a little bit about myself. I used to do TW mods back in the day, probably now the 2013 2010 games, before the Who took over. Shout out to him, his mods are still going today. So today we'll be running through this mod I've been making, and we'll eventually play a couple of shows as WWE. So we'll run through the companies. I won't go too much into detail with them. So we've got Absolute Intense Wrestling North America, All Elite Wrestling. Obviously, Car Position is trying to keep it based on what's been done on television, but I won't go too much into detail. You've also got tag teams, all the belts, the calendars. Like I said, these logos are really good, so thank you again to the creators. Black Label Pro, Capital City Championship Combat, CMLL in Mexico. Control Your Narrative. So again, the rosters are based off their Twitter accounts, their recent results. Same for like DDT, Deadlock Pro. I would have researched their Twitter account to see who's been booked. Got Game Changer, sorry, Defy Game Changer, ICW, No Holds Barred, Impact Wrestling, Insane Championship Wrestling, Lucha Libre. So basically a lot of the people on the game, I want to make sure there was a picture for them. It will hopefully be a picture like this. If not, it will be the PMG style picture, so at least something's better than nothing. MLW, one from Australia here, Melbourne City Wrestling, North Wrestling, NXT, so my developmental if I'm playing with WWE. Triple H is set, so that's what I mean. Matt Bloom here, his picture's a little bit different because I didn't have a GIF one. NXT UK. So hopefully it's as up to date as possible. From Canada, Nation Extreme Wrestling, the NWA. New Japan. New Japan Pro Wrestling of America set as their developmental. We've got Progress, Pro Wrestling Gorilla, Pro Wrestling Noah, Pro Wrestling Eve, Rev Pro from the UK, Ring of Honor. For now I'll set as All Elite's developmental. Again, it's sort of up in the air what they're doing, but for now I've left their weekly television show and pay-per-views on there, so at least you can play as them, and they've got some shows that are running. Simmer, Terminus, TNT, The Crash, TJPW. Hopefully the pushes reflect what's happening on in real life, you know, based on results and other people's mods. Stardom, I do have another logo for Stardom, so I might change that one up. Wrestling Entertainment Series, which is a new one made by the authors of Pain. A lot of ex-WWE talent and current TNA Impact talent on this roster. And of course WWE is who we shall select. And I won't put a picture. Alright, as you can see, we've got our calendar. So we've got Smackdown in 2 days. The main event will be booked on the same night as Raw. That's one way of looking at it. So you've got the brands here. So Monday Night Raw. Hopefully it reflects what's going on. So I don't have a picture for Ezekiel yet. So he's got to have his brother's picture. There's your Smackdown roster. The mid cards. Enhancement, talent, personalities, and then unassigned. So you've got Cena and Brock. And then basically all personalities, backstage staff, there will be announcers, there will be unassigned, because then they can work both shows, from my understanding. Well, we'll find out in a minute anyway. So yeah, have a little quick run through the roster. Pete Dunne here, he's got his NXT credentials and progress titles. I do like this little bit over here. Daniel Brooke, the 24/7 champion. Drake Mavericks held it 8 times. So as you can see, the Usos double champions at the moment. So yeah, quite a massive roster. So you can release, renegotiate, send to development, change push, change character. So let's have a look. Just for argument's sake, look at Mansoor. And let's click send to development. So you can pick where. So let's go NXT. And I'll send him to improve skills. Huh. We didn't argue, so I guess that's a good thing. And then if I want to call anyone up, it's literally recall from development. So we'll leave it as it is for now, I guess. Or if I just call up Roderick Strong. So let's recall him. I'm guessing he's going to be unassigned, so I shall assign him onto, put on Smackdown. Excellent, can't even see him. Oh, he's been put on Smackdown in the main event. I might have to look into that. Roderick Strong getting a huge push straight off the bat. So we'll click change push. I'll make him a low mid card, would be a guess, based on his popularity. So yeah, let's have a little look through. Got some tag teams. Bloodline, New Day, Judgment Day. Obviously we've got the titles. Alright, let's move forward a day. So straight off the bat, it looks like we've got AEW approaching BG James, probably to be a backstage staff. So you get little news icons on the right hand side, or you can just click on news at the top here. That points out our calling up of Roderick Strong. And then you got all the people making offers. And you can obviously filter. So if you just wanted the results, be honest, I prefer it over here on the right hand side. If you scroll right to the bottom, you'll get all the pay-per-view results, TV results. So NWA Power, as you can see, JTG and Dirty Dango wins there. AEW had Dynamite, so you had not a bad card. Dustin Rhodes getting the win. CM Punk was against MJF on the show. Christian Cage lost to Kenny Omega in the main event. That would have been good. Alright, we'll carry on. So as you can see, we've got lots more news. Paul London signs. Joe Hendry's left Ring of Honor. He might have been picked up by someone else if I'd actually read all the news properly. I signed with ICW, but wow, that's a lot of signings. New Japan had a show. NXT UK had a show. So let's have a look. So if I want to approach someone, so let's have a look at Joe Hendry for argument's sake. He signed a written deal with ICW. So on this game, if you sign a written contract, it's basically a way of saying you are signing exclusively for them. Let's see. Well, let's go for hireable. So the Undertaker, that's obvious. So I could steal, technically I could steal John Moxley. Let's go for, so say Bray Wyatt. Let's begin negotiations. So I go for a monthly, 2-year deal. He wants travel expenses, which is fine. You have a pre-arranged push, so he wants upper mid card of base. So gimmicks are something I'm working on. They're not all there yet. So I'm going to go for an old school sort of Bray Wyatt and make him a heel. And for now we'll make him an egomaniac, but we can make him supernatural. Or maybe unstable, not right in the head. Let's go for it, see what he says. So he accepted the contract offer. So if I go to my roster, there we are, Bray Wyatt. If you want to change the picture, there'll be a few on there. And I'll have to go to brands again to, this seems to be the way you put them on the show. So I'm going to put Bray onto Raw. I've also just noticed John Cena's disappeared. I have no idea why. He's still there. Who knows? Okay, now we're booking Smackdown. So you can go up to the top here and put Smackdown. So you just have all the Smackdown and all the unassigned people. Let's pick an arena. So it said we were estimated at 11,000. So we don't even have any storylines, so that's a good start. So keep it nice and easy. Don't know if I can do it by show, no. Let's go for a world title one. And he can face, I'm just gonna go for Shinsuke. He can face Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll put that as world title, or Smackdown world title. Who else is on Smackdown? We got the Usos already. So let's build a storyline. I don't really want to go for Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, so Bayley's back, so we'll go for Bayley versus Ronda. John Cena's now personality for some reason. Yeah, let's go for a new storyline. Ronda versus Bayley. And I'll make a third. Let's have Drew McIntyre. He can face Sami Zayn. So Sami and Drew. And it will be called Drew versus, good spelling, Drew v Sami. Alright, let's book event. So I always like to do angles first. That's just my way. So let's have an entrance. We'll get the stables up, the bloodline come out. Call that belts. They can have a 4-minute, and we can have a over the top entrance. And then they can have just an interview. So who is an interviewer? What have we got on here? Let's put Paige in that role. And we'll give it 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So look, save beat. So I've got 2 in 1 here. Come out over the top entrance, come out and have an interview, and let's also have War of Words. So keep them in the ring. I might have gone a bit OTT here, but hey, it's just a good test. Oh, I've put Shin on the same team as them. And they can have a War of Words for another 6 minutes. So that whole angle, save the angle, is 16 minutes of my show. Let's make a very, very basic one. So this time we'll have workers pull apart, and we'll go straight away with Ronda and Bayley. Give them 10 minutes. Did I miss anything? Not yet. 10 minutes is fine. And then the third angle, let's get Sami and Drew's. Oh, let's start with add storyline beat. Let's have a Sami Zayn promo to start for a few minutes. And there's no risk needed. And we'll add a brawl. Let's put medium. And that can be another 5 minutes. So far, 35 minutes of my show is just brawl. Obviously I can hide booked if I want. Right, let's have a tag title match. Let's take the Usos and they can face the New Day. One that I'm sure has been done many times. So you can pick the ref if you really want, or it is random. You can add announcers to the team. So we can put Jerry Laura in the commentary for that match. Pick a gimmick. Let's go 4 2 out of 3 falls. Give it 16 minutes. And we're going to have the Smackdown tag titles on the line, just the Smackdown. And Woods can pick up the win over Jimmy Uso clean. And it will be to make Woods look good. Agent notes, chaotic. Good for workers with entertainment and popularity. The longer the match, the less effective. Major spots and then fancy entrances. I think this will be fine. Alright, time to build the rest of the show. So we'll have Charlotte open the show. She can face Xia Li. Classic WWE style. She can win clean. We'll have let's go for a six-man tag. Let's get stables involved. I could probably add Sheamus' stable in there. Saves me looking for them all one at a time. And they can face the random trio of Boogs, Madcap. Let's get Madcap. And we'll add from the mid card True Gulak, and Old Happy can interfere. So Sheamus will get Ridge Holland can take the win. Madcap Moss can lose, and it can be by cheating. What's this one? Huh. I would just go for cheating. Match purpose. Don't know why you want to embarrass someone, but I'm going to press it just to see what happens. We will make that to embarrass Madcap Moss. See if he complains. Boogs is unhappy. Interesting. So far 69 minutes. Let's add a couple more matches in there. Put Brock Lesnar against Gunther. So this I would let's put Gunther for win. See Brock in the match purpose. If I put make Gunther look good and put chaotic, let's see what that'll do. Brock is unhappy with the result and requests for it to be changed. No. No, he shall not. Can have a tag match on there. Viking Raiders can face Humberto and Angel Garza. I'm going to leave this as auto and just don't put anything, see what happens. We've got time booked 86, 34 left. Let's have Ricochet on the show. if I could be clever about it. He can face Ludwig. And he can face Max Dupree. Yeah. I will put the IC title on the line. Ricochet can win. And I'll put that to steal the show. Alright, we've got sort of a card together. Let's see how we do. Lots of complaints, I would imagine. So Charlotte got an 83% for a squash match. 4 stars. So they obviously gelled quite well. So as you see, the segment is split up into 3. You got 85% for their entrance, at 93% for the interview, and then only 80% for when Shinsuke Nakamura came out. But 86% overall, that's pretty good. Viking Raiders versus Garza and Humberto got 3 stars, 72%. So this is the one where I put embarrass Madcap. This match made Madcap Moss look like a joke. It really hurt his popularity. And yeah, he went down 2. So I guess if you want to job someone out, that's the way to do it. Ridge Holland went up 2 everywhere, so Ridge appreciated it. The pull apart just straight up 89%. Triple threat match, IC title, Ricochet successfully defended. Everyone got a good little bit of overness boost there, 4 stars. Sammy and Drew, so Sammy's promo didn't get that much, but the brawl between him and Drew got 91%, so it averaged out as 85. Woods and Kofi winning the Tag Team Championship. So this dented the Usos' overness, especially Jay, who took a bit of a hit. But it made... Woods was made to look like a threat in this match, and it really helped his popularity, and he went up 4. 5-star match, 93%. So, Brock Lesnar was not happy. This was chaotic. The crowd loved it. 4-star, 91%. Gunter was made to look really good. So overall, 89% for Smackdown. Gained a little bit of popularity. So as you can see, some signings on the right hand side here. Less news these days because some of the rosters will be filling out now. Rampage, Punk over Kavara, Wardlow was in the main event, losing to Kenny Omega. DDT had a show, title defense there. DPW had a show. ICW, Grado and Big Damo in the main event. New Japan Strong, and also Ring of Honor held a show. Samoa Joe beats Satnam Singh in the main event, 55%. So we've actually got some news. We made a lot of money in ticket sales to that show. So yeah, as you can see, this is a preview of what's to come. I won't go too much. Here we go. Look, Roderick Strong. I think I deserve a better push. So if I reject it, he gets upset. If I accept it, it makes him happy. I have to meet the push promise. The worker will be happy. Okay. I'll put accept. So it must be a little bit too low down on the roster. So let's find Roderick Strong. Change push. I'll put him up to mid card and see what happens. As you can see, Woods is now SmackDown Tag Team Champion. 2 days. Promise to Roderick Strong successful. You've kept your promise. This should improve your relationship with him. Huh, that's pretty cool. Right, so yeah, this is going to be, I'm going to leave it here. This is the end of the preview. I hope you guys liked a little bit of a taster of this. And yeah, take care and let me know what you think.